All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Fan Connection podcast. Today I'm joined by co-host Punch_YYC. Feel free to check him out on Twitch. Berta's not here today, unfortunately, but that's okay. He'll be here for the next podcast. I think he's away, right? He said he was gone.
Yeah,
He's on.
I think he's on a
trip,
stag.
right? Yeah. So you know what? Berta's having a great time. I'm not even too worried. Me over here, I'm in final exam period. I have an exam tomorrow. Ponch is busy with his school as well. Berta's on a stag. Jealous. Anyway, we're about to have a fun podcast today, though. It's not looking good for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Down 2-0 once again. Back-to-back series. The defending champions are down 2-0. This time, it doesn't look. It does not look as optimistic as last time. The Rangers had a 2-0 lead, but the whole time I knew Tampa was winning that series. I know it's easy to say in hindsight, but I promise you can ask anybody who asked me about the series. I always said Tampa's going to come back and find a way to win. I didn't expect a reverse sweep, but I didn't expect 4 wins in a row. I expected to go to 7, but nonetheless, very impressed by Tampa last series. This series, they look terrible. It actually looks like Colorado is playing like Tampa Bay last year against Montreal, and Tampa Bay is like Montreal. It looks so mismatched, it's not even close. I have some of the stats pulled up here. Yes, Kucherov still have an unreal playoffs, 24 points. But Cale Makar's tied with him in points in way less games. Cale Makar also has 24 points. Same amount of goals, same amount of assists. Kucherov's a +2. Cale Makar's a +13. So, oh my God, I know who's getting the Conn Smythe if Colorado wins. I think we all know who's getting the Conn Smythe trophy. Holy shit, that guy's unreal. But Punch, what are your thoughts on the series so far? I know I said it's been a mismatch compared to last year's Montreal Tampa final. What do you think, Punch? What's going on here?
Well, I just want to double check if Tampa doesn't have any injuries, so it's really hard to justify giving up 7 goals, especially when we said, Vasilevsky is better than Shesterkin. I don't know how you give up 7 goals, or John Cooper didn't just go, all right, Brian Elliott, you're in.
Yeah,
we
made
just
Darren Helmut like a sniper out there.
Right, and as you know, as a Montreal Canadiens fan, you know what happens when you leave a goalie in for 7 goals. Not good things. Not good things. So, I think Vasi just was in his head, and I reckon next game we'll see them tighten up. Tampa's been down quite a few times throughout the playoffs, so I don't see them just rolling over and dying. I see them tightening up. They're gonna put the body on Makar next round or next game. I've got a feeling, because that's what you have your Maroons for. That's what you have your McDonoughs for. They're gonna put the body on him.
It's gonna be a physical game tonight.
I've got a feeling that it will be. You got to send a message here. If you're gonna play like that, then you might as well just give Colorado the cup now.
Yeah, it was honestly, it's been a bad effort from. Ain't no way you're using sing mode on the podcast. There's no way you're doing that to me.
Sing mode.
I don't know if I should do this on the podcast. I think we'll actually get banned / we'll get banned / I'm so good at singing. We'll get DMCA strike, guys. I don't know if I can. I terrible singer. I don't know. I'm gonna have to disable that. I don't know why I saw that active. Fuck. I don't know what to do for sing mode. Okay, well, Tampa just can't do it anymore. They are so bad at hockey. It is one of the worst efforts I've ever seen. They don't deserve the cup. I don't know. I can't. I'm sorry. True North, I'm sorry. You can redeem 6 things if you want on the house. I'll do it for you. If you want to redeem fishy on me at any point, let me know. I can't sing. I'm sorry. I meant to remove that years ago. I keep forgetting. Anyway, point is, Tampa Bay, their game they're playing is terrible. It's so many turnovers every 2 seconds. Hats off to me. I'll get a hat for you in a second here. But anyway, the point is, Tampa Bay has played terrible. So many turnovers. They look terrible in their own end. Their coverage is lacking. Like they're not covering the guy. They're not tying up sticks in front. You saw Colorado. They adjusted to Vasilevsky. Like in the first game, Vazzy was all right. Like he played fine. Tampa didn't look great. They made a comeback, but I mean, obviously Colorado still won. This game, they made a huge adjustment. You saw a lot of instead of shooting it directly at Vazzy on the play, they do a lot of fake shot passes for a redirect. You'd see it a lot last game, where you'd have a guy in front for the tip. So it was usually Nishushkin, saw Cogliano with one, but there's always someone in front ready for the shot tip instead of the shot on net. Because you know you're not going to beat Vasilevsky clean most of the time. So you want to get him overthinking each shot. You want him thinking, okay, they're not shooting, they're passing. So that way when you do shoot it, he's not as ready for it because he's expecting the shot pass and not the shot. So I think Colorado adjusted really well. I respect John Cooper leaving Vasilevsky in there. I understand why you would do that. You want him to adjust to the team you're playing against. This is a 7-game series. You can't, like, if they lost 1-0 last night or not last night, but Saturday night or 7-0, it doesn't make a difference in the grand scheme of things. You still lost the game. So if you're John Cooper and you trust your goalie, you leave Vasilevsky in the net because you trust that he'll adapt to Colorado. So Colorado threw everything at him. They won 7-0, scored a touchdown in Tampa. I don't expect that to happen again. North is calling for a 3-0 lead after tonight's game. I think Tampa makes it 2-1. I really think Tampa Bay wins this game. They just have to. Just playoff pedigree, a home ice. They have to do it. So I see Tampa making it 2-1. Punch, let me know what you think. I'm gonna get a hat for North here. I'll be right back. But I can still hear you. Don't worry.
Right. And I think that's going to happen. Surely we're gonna see Tampa pick it up. Braden Point's game time decision, so hopefully he comes in. I don't know. There's only so much. There's only so much you can do here because you need your top lines firing, and your defense needs to pick it up here. You have Victor Hedman, who's Norris caliber. You have McDonough, who's no slouch. You have Sergachev, who's no slouch. So you shouldn't be giving I understand that you've got McKinnon, Rantanen, and Landeskog against you, but 7 is too many, especially with a Vezina caliber goalie. You can't be giving up those 7. You can't be giving up 7 goals in general.
Yeah, no.
This is this
regular
this is the
season,
Stanley Cup
playoffs,
Finals.
Doesn't matter. 7 goals is too much.
So you gotta I know people hate it when the Flames just start hitting people when they're down, but at least at that point you're still playing and you're playing physical. So then you're not. So then it's still you're still playing for a purpose. If you're giving up 7 goals and you're not back checking properly, you're not filling those lanes, you're still not willing to hit those to maybe try to shift the momentum. And I don't mean how Calgary will just run a guy. That's not what I mean. I mean they'll still hit somebody and try and change the momentum. So then maybe somebody picks it up after. But that's essentially you're going to see I don't want to see Tampa shoulders drooping at over the 5th goal because it just feels
they were.
Yeah. And that is demoralizing, but
it was definitely a demoralizing loss, and respect to Colorado for constantly piling it on. They made the right call. This is a long series. You don't want any turnover from game 2 to game 3 that would affect you negatively. If you let up and you allow Tampa to score 1 or 2 at the end of the game, that's going to go into the legs for Tampa for the next game. It will. So if you're Colorado, you want to keep scoring. You want to keep pressing, because if you do, and they did, ideally it should carry over into this game where they're on a roll. Tampa Bay's not scoring. Kemper got a shutout. He looked good. He made some good saves. There's
Exactly.
not a lot of momentum here for Tampa, so they're gonna have to really break the momentum from Colorado, and it's even crazier too if you think about it. After game one, Makar had I think 1 assist or no points. McKinnon was 0 points, no goals. I don't know if he had an assist or not, but pretty sure 0 points, 0 goals, zero everything. Same thing for Makar. So Colorado was winning via their depth, right? And then you look at game two again. Nishushkin, 2 goals. Burakovsky, a goal. It's not McKinnon. It's not Landeskog. And then Darren Helm, a goal. So it's not McKinnon. It's not Landeskog. It's not Rantanen. It's the other guys, the secondary threat, right? Not the superstars, but the secondary threat in Nishushkin. And like I said, Burakovsky, it would have been Kadri, but obviously he's hurt. So like those guys have been stepping up. Obviously, Makar scored 2 goals last game, I think. So he obviously stepped up as well, and he's one of their stars. But they've been able to rely on their depth, and their depth has been doing such a good job. Whereas Tampa Bay, they have a lot of depth too. It's just it hasn't been the same. It hasn't been as good as Colorado's. Tampa Bay's depth has kind of dried. There we go, dried up as compared to Colorado at least. Colorado's making Darren Helm and Andrew Cogliano, 2 guys everyone thought were washed. Made them look like studs out there, man. They're playing such good roles,
Yeah.
good depth, penalty killing roles, and they're scoring goals too. Darren Helm absolutely sniped it on Vasilevsky, top corner, far side. Looks good doing it. Like this is a wagon, man. This is a team trying to start their own thing. Like Tampa Bay, in their own right, are a wagon, and these are the 2 best teams in the league. I guarantee it. But Tampa Bay, and after game 1 and 2, I'm not so sure. That did not look good for me.
Yeah. Well, we'll see, because Tampa Bay's goal now is to get one or both in their home, because the worst thing for them is if they give one up to Colorado next round or next game, because then that means they have to win 4 straight.
Yeah.
And it has been done. It happens like fairly often in hockey, but to be down 4 or 3-1 is just absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
almost
then
impossible
you're
to
just
come back.
fighting clock. Yeah, unless you're the San Jose Sharks playing against Marc-Andre Fleury. Or unless you're the LA Kings playing
Yeah.
against Martin Jones.
So I'm thinking we move on to some
It so
predictions
hurts.
let's make some predictions for tonight. But before we do, Iconic had a message here. It says Tampa needs to change their scheme. The issue is the defensive structure. They could not maintain any pressure or put on quality chances, which is very true. They could not. They had under 20 shots on net in the game. Some goals are Vazzy's fault, yes, but majority of Colorado's goals are them getting outskated, outworked, out-rebounded. Exactly. I think Tampa will rebound this game. They will show who is the better team in the series this game, I fear. So Iconic here is betting on Tampa Bay making a comeback, showing why they're back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. And Iconic, if I'm a betting man as well, I'd make that same bet with you, my friend. It's true. Tampa Bay's defensive structure really let them down in the first 2 games. You saw game 1, they were okay. They weren't great. They were still giving up some pretty good chances. Vazzy kind of kept them in it for a while. They managed to come back, and then obviously eventually lost to Colorado that game in overtime. But last game, it was just a constant push from Colorado. Odd man rush after odd man rush. So there's no reason for Tampa. I've never seen Tampa Bay play so poorly in their own end or just defensively in general. So we'll see how it goes. I wouldn't bet like that. I'd rather say a first period decides it. If Tampa gives up the first goal, it's over. Colorado lives off momentum. Yes, Colorado is a team that thrives off momentum. If they get 1 goal, oh God, good luck. It's kind of like the Leafs in that sense. The Leafs, they get a goal, they get an early goal on you. Have fun.
Yeah.
And anyway,
I think,
Ponch, what's your prediction for tonight? Before we hop into some other
for
topics.
tonight, I do think Tampa Bay is going to bring it back. The thing I want for them is, even if they give up 4 or 5 goals, they just need to be in it and just try and try to generate scoring chances. Because the worst thing is giving up 7 goals is bad. Giving up a 7-goal shutout is worse.
Yeah.
But if you can stay in it, maybe it's all right giving up 7 if you can also put up 7 as well.
Well, I mean, then you go to overtime.
You don't want it.
Yeah,
You don't want
you don't want to do that. And if you're Tampa Bay, right, you're thinking, okay, Vasilevsky had one of the worst games of his career, and we couldn't even put in a goal. So it doesn't, like, two bad things for Tampa Bay, them not being able to score, and Vasilevsky having one of the worst games in his career, tied for worst in his career, throughout his entire career, which is insane. Both happened in the same game. That's two birds, one stone, gone. They could have had a game. They could have had this game, like Vazzy's worst game of his career, in game 3, and still not put up any goals, struggle to score last game, right? So that could have happened over the course of 2 games, but instead happened within 1. So at least if you're Tampa Bay, the odds of both of those things happening again at the same time are so rare. So they should be okay for tonight, especially on home ice. So we'll see how they adjust. I'm definitely going to be watching tonight's game while studying. I'll have it on mute if I have to, but I want to tune in a little bit. It's the finals, man. I need to know what's going on. So anyway, my prediction for tonight, I still think Tampa Bay finds a way to win. Makes it 2-1 series. Ponch, what are you saying?
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
Awesome.
I think Tampa will tie it up.
I won't say how they win because the NHL has been so unpredictable this year. North is saying 5-2 Avs. All right, we'll hold you to it. We'll hold you to that. But let's move on to some other topics here. One thing I do want to address, this is about the Colorado crowd. Man, that looks like fun. The way they sang, you saw the clip of the short of them on YouTube singing Blink-182? The song by Blink-182?
Yeah.
Dude, that's
their it's one of their like in-arena
classics.
traditions.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, their in-house DJ, he was trying to find a song that would hype up the crowd. So they'll play all the small things. It depends. So if they'll always play it in the third, but if the crowd or if Colorado needs a little bit of momentum, they'll play it earlier.
Yeah.
If they're sealing off a win, they'll play it later. But yeah, it's
interesting.
Unreal.
Yeah, no, like the crowd was so into it. That was epic. Like I was like, wow, that's a fun crowd. That's a fun crowd. North saying Gibson to Toronto. Good luck, Toronto. I'd rather Campbell. So Iconic wants to go over some fun trade rumors. I'm kind of down with that. I'm down to do some trade rumor talk today. It's always a fun topic. I'll try to get some of the rumor mill out here on my iPad here in front of me, but it's very slow and old, so no promises. But if you guys have any rumors that you want us to specifically talk about it, feel free to message us in the chat. We'll definitely address the ones you guys want to cover the most. I'm downloading the score again on my iPad. We'll see if it works. Anyway, point is, Pete DeBoer, whatever, is supposedly going to Dallas. And in my head, I'm like, okay, this is the beginning of the end. You guys have accepted that you're going to be an old team, and you're just going to be old. You might make the playoffs in a wild card spot, and you'll probably lose in the first round in 6. And you'll be that old team that used old tactics, that got outcoached and outsped and out raced the pucks. So that's my opinion. No offense to DeBoer. It's just I find like every team he goes to, he just gets outcoached every time. He's able to get you to the playoffs. Playoffs. But I find the way he manages his players, it's inevitable you get drama, and it's inevitable you have to trade some people. I also think that his tactics are stale. I think that over the course of a series, he kind of refuses to adjust. He'll just keep using the same tactics. It's like throwing,
that was the biggest part. Like
it's like throwing mud at a wall and hoping it sticks. But then when someone adds like anti-stick or something to a wall, and you still keep trying to throw the same mud at the wall, I don't know. It makes it so it can't stick on the wall. Like they use a different paint or something. I don't know. Okay, it makes so mud can't stick on that wall. He keeps throwing the same mud at the wall instead of maybe trying to throw like sticky tack or something. You know what I mean? Like or gum. Yeah. I don't know. He just doesn't change his tactics to adjust for the situation he's in. He just keeps doing the same thing and hoping it works.
Yeah, I know.
Same like he somehow got outcoached by Ducharme. Dude. Like come on. Actually, no, the reason Montreal won that series because Ducharme was taken out of it. But the point is, he got outcoached. Actually, it was Luke Richardson who outcoached him. He got outcoached by Luke Richardson. No offense to Luke Richardson. He seems like a very smart man. He has no like history as an NHL head coach. Outdueling Pete DeBoer, who's been head coach for several NHL teams. I'm just saying Dallas, if you wanted to be fresh and you wanted to keep your team going, I would not have hired this guy. If the rumor is true and you got hired by Dallas, mark my words, it's the beginning of the end. They're the next Philadelphia. Calling it. If he's hired there.
It's him or like Torts. Those two are always going to be around. And
I thought Torts got hired already.
He did
in Philadelphia.
In Philadelphia, so that's
you can't make this up. You know what, dude? Philly. You know what? Philly. He probably gets you to 18th in the East. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Sorry, 18th in the league. Of, that's what I meant to say. 18th in the league.
I don't think Torts is utter garbage.
No, I think he gets a lot out of working man teams. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that might be all right. I think having Torts as a pit stop, because you have Cam Atkinson there. So I think essentially Cam Atkinson will be the kind of the mouthpiece for Torts.
Yeah.
Because they played together and they've been together and they're not like unfriendly.
Yeah.
So hopefully if you can get Atkinson to get everybody else to buy in, you might have a good system. You might have a good team for pennies.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. Like he's a bit like Trotz in that sense, where he can make teams that have no stars on them better than they are, because he has a pretty good structure. If you play into it, you'll probably win most of your games. But the problem is, as soon as you start getting stars, he's not your coach. Like if you want a team that's going to be like one of those teams, like you remember the Moneyball?
Yeah.
If you want to be like Moneyball, he's your coach. Okay?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? If you want to be a Moneyball team, going for all the analytics on lower end players, he's your guy. He'll get the value out of them. He'll play them the way you want them to be played. He's a structure you can build around. The problem is, if you ever want to get flashy and skilled and you want to get a team that's going to be fun to watch, he's not your coach. Anyway. Let's get into some of the rumors now. We covered Pete DeBoer. We covered Tortorella to the Flyers. He's going to fit who they have there right now, to be honest with you. Iconic wants to go over the Brinkat sweepstakes. So he hears Ottawa's in the mix. Good luck with that. As a Blackhawks fan, he has been amazing. Teams wanting him are Philly, Islanders, Kings, and Ottawa. I am forgetting a team, but Devils. Oh, Devils. Okay, there you go. A reasonable return the Blackhawks want are top prospects and first-round picks. Who do you think wins the... okay, that's a different topic. We'll cover that in a second. Danny, I'm doing very well today. I hope you're doing well as well. I hope your day is going solid. I heard your buddy's on the stream, so I hope you're enjoying his stream as well. The Charlotte Blackhawks are listening to trade offers for two-time 40-goal scorer Alex DeBrincat per Pierre LeBrun on TSN. He's only 24 years old. He's coming off one of his best seasons with career-high 41 goals. Personal best was 78 points. He's averaged 35 goals and 68 points per 82 games. Underlying numbers are amazing, according to Evolving Hockey. He's 5'7". He has one more year left on a $6.4 million cap hit and is an RFA. For that reason alone, Ottawa is not going to get him. unless they, I mean, new ownership, right? Maybe they'll be willing to pay more money for players, but we'll see how it goes. Not much in the detail about who's interested and all, but I mean, I think Ottawa's not. If I had to predict, it won't be Ottawa. If I had to predict out of all the teams you're showing me here, I see maybe the Islanders or the Kings. Those are my two options. I don't see Ottawa getting him. Flyers, if they can, I don't know what they'd throw at Chicago, but I mean, if you're Chicago, you're saying, guys, if you're not offering me what I got for Brandon Hagel, don't even bother calling. Like, if you're not willing to give me the same as what I got for Brandon Hagel, don't call me. So
I think he could go to New Jersey, because New Jersey's gonna get the cap right away. And I think you could give up somebody like Ty Smith or Colin White, and then along with picks.
Right.
Those are, and because of PK Subban's a UFA this year, you're not gonna have to pay him that 7-8 mil. So you've got a lot to work with here, and especially if Mackenzie Blackwood might be on the chopping block. I could see like
Okay.
Mackenzie Blackwood, Ty Smith, second and a fourth for DeBrincat. How long is DeBrincat on contracts for?
1 year left. So this year.
1 year.
But he's an RFA at
So-
the end. So you have all the rights to him.
Yeah. So exactly, like Chicago doesn't have anything to work with, and I think Blackwood might be better in Chicago, and then if you throw in Ty Smith or Colin White, like, or no, sorry, Ty Smith or like Miles Woods, or you can find somebody else, or you can just compensate with picks.
The Devils
I think that
could get it done. I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
Realistically, I could see them fitting them in.
Yeah, honestly, I forgot about the Devils on the list there of teams interested. I think, you know what, you're right. I think they could be the ones most linked to Chicago with that trade. If you're the Devils, though, do you really do it? The problem with the Devils for me is, I mean, I guess DeBrincat's still very young, right? So I guess you could argue why they'd want to, but for every time, I feel like every time New Jersey is like the Devils have bet on a big fish, it's just gone so terribly. They bet on Subban, didn't go well. Dougie Hamilton, like realistically didn't go that well. You know, I think there's a few other guys in there too. It just hasn't like Thomas Tatar's been okay, but you guys still haven't made the playoffs. You know, that's the problem. So it's been tough. I know a lot of injuries. You know, Ryan Graves dropped off as well. So they get Ryan Graves. He drops off. Like, it's just the bets they're making has not been great. So I question their pro scouting. DeBrincat, his underlying numbers are great. His numbers are good. Or not even good. They're amazing. The problem is he plays with Patrick Kane. Patrick Kane has an ability to make anybody look good. The reason I'm not as concerned for DeBrincat in acquiring him and thinking that he's maybe overrated, I wouldn't be as concerned, is because his underlying numbers support his overlying numbers. His underlying numbers support his points and his goals. I think they're slightly inflated because he's plays with Kane, but he's also on a terrible Chicago Blackhawks team and still manages those points. So he's definitely got some talent there. You put him with Jack Hughes, I think it could work. I think if you put him with Jack Hughes, it could be a pretty good dynamic duo right there. So I think you're right, Ponch. I think the Devils are a good option. Let's move on to another player involved in some rumors. This one's a homer for me, Jeff Petry. So according to Pierre LeBrun's getting busy lately on insider trading. I think it was last Friday. He says Dallas and Detroit are among a handful of teams, at least 10 guys, at least 10, interested in the availability of Montreal Canadiens blue liner Jeff Petry. How's it going, Eric Snacks, by the way? Sorry, I kind of missed your message there. But day's been going well so far. Hopefully your day's going well too. So yeah, he says the Dallas Stars are interested in Jeff Petry, especially if they can't re-sign UFA Klingberg. And LeBrun says he can tell us right now that there have not been any talks with Klingberg of late. It looks like he's going to UFA market. So it looks like Dallas is going to try to replace Klingberg with Petry. So replacing a somewhat older defenseman with an older defenseman. So they're building onto what I just said was going to happen. So that's interesting. I don't know what the return would be. Montreal just traded away Weber's contract for Dadonov straight up, so that's a nice return. We already have 14 draft picks this year. So yeah, I think Petry, you have to start with a first. If you don't offer a first right away, he's not taking your call. That, or if you don't offer a grade A prospect. Jeff Petry has been a very consistent blue liner over the past at least 5 years, I'd say, in Montreal. He played the most minutes other than Weber. When Weber's injured, he plays more minutes. And throughout his time here, throughout his 508 games, he has 248 points. And even this year, had a terrible year, he had 27 points in 68 games. That's not even that bad. So if you're a team looking at Jeff Petry, he's got 3 years left at $6.25 million. That scares me. But the thing is, Petry's been getting better with age, so it's one of those things. As long as he doesn't get injured, he should be okay. Now, like I said, if I'm Montreal, if you don't offer me a first or a top end prospect, I'm not even answering the phone, or I'm hanging up on you. So, Ponch, what do you think happens? In Dallas or Detroit finds a way to offer up what we want? Or do you think he goes to a more traditional contender?
I'm going to double check his stats.
It's all good.
Okay, so 27 points in 68 games, not too
Yep.
bad. I just want to see his contract too.
6.25 per year for the next 3 years.
6.25.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not even that bad.
So you need it's not too bad. You just need a team. The only problem is the cap's going to be flat for the next year or so. That's what Bet announced. So it's really hard for like these teams are either going to have to retain, or Montreal's going to have to retain, or they're going to have to do like a 3-way like trade and then have another team retain. But that's usually not great for a contract longer than 3 years. Where could I see Petry going? Aside from Montreal, like Dallas, if Klingberg can't get sorted out, maybe he could go to he can go to Dallas. But in all fairness, I think Dallas would rather try and find a deal with Klingberg because he's more familiar with the systems and he's been there for a long time.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you, but from what I'm seeing on Pierre LeBrun's reports, or from the reporting of his reports, I guess.
Yeah.
It's been very much they haven't spoken.
Like slated?
They haven't spoken, no talks as of right now. So,
and it's still only June. It's June 21st. So
yeah,
you're not gonna make, nobody makes all their trades in the first week of trade deadline or free agency. So, and like I think that's good for them because you want to have a little bit of time off away from your like those free agents, because then they've got time to think about where they want to go. But in the case of Jeff Petry, I think Toronto always needs defensemen. I don't know why.
No, they're not getting Petry. Don't even try. I vouched for it for a while. I thought it'd be a great fit for them, but they didn't want him.
But they got Giordano for like league minimum, so where could I see who needs a defenseman right now? I don't know actually. This one's a weird one because you got to pick up that $6 million salary.
That's the issue, is the contract. So I'm looking at teams that need defensemen. I'm thinking Calgary. I'm thinking Edmonton. I'm thinking honestly Vancouver. A right-handed defenseman could be helpful for them to play with Quinn Hughes. So there's a ton of options here. Petry for Skinner. Get out of my face with that.
Finally,
don't. No, please no. Anyway, so I think this is gonna have to be a team that has some bad contracts within their system that they can offset with Petry, because I think Montreal will be willing to take on a decently, not a bad contract, but maybe a lower end contract. Maybe take back like a Cassian contract, like where it's like three something million back for like a year to allow them some cap relief for Petry. Does that make sense? So that's why I see a team like Edmonton being interested. You know, you look at Edmonton's blue line. Their best right-handed defenseman is Cody Ceci, is it not?
Yeah.
And Montreal just traded.
I think it's Bouchard actually. Bouchard was really good for
Evan Bouchard. Team. Evan Bouchard or Cody Ceci. Is that really who you want as your top right-handed defenseman? I don't think so. So if you're Edmonton, I'm calling Montreal. Say, hey guys, look, we just made a trade with Kulak. It was a nice trade for both teams. You guys got a second-round pick and Lagesson, who's probably gone. And we got Brett Kulak to help us get to the conference finals. You want to talk about Petry. And then you have Petry Kulak as your pairing, once again, who works very well together, but in Edmonton this time, with McDavid up front. You have Bouchard with Nurse, or you do Petry with Nurse, who cares? Regardless of that, you have a great blue line now. Or maybe not great, but a better blue line. A good blue line. So a much more respectful one at that. So if I'm Edmonton, I'm calling on Petry, man. I'm saying, hey, look, what would it take to give us Petry? Can we give you, I think they have Raphael Lavoie. I think that's one of their prospects. That's a former first-round pick right there. You offer up maybe a first and that kid, or maybe a second and that kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then maybe say, hey, take on Cassian's contract or take on Nuge.
Right.
I don't know. Throw in Nuge if you want. If you're done with him, throw in Nuge. I don't know.
Not a big Nuge guy.
I'm not a big Nuge guy. I don't think many Edmonton fans. I don't think many Edmonton fans are Nuge guys right now. After the regular season he had, so that's my opinion. I think that I'm not saying they should go after Nuge. I'm not saying that they should trade Nuge. I'm just saying that could be an option. If I'm Edmonton, I go for it, man. I go for it. Or maybe Xavier Bourgault. That's another great option too.
Yeah.
And Montreal would love that because French. So there you go. If Skinner had money retained, nobody would say it was a bad idea. He is a goal scorer that needs a playmaker. And that's why I say New Jersey. Or that's why I say Chicago. Oh my God. Imagine Skinner just receiving passes from Patrick Kane all night. Oh my God.
Oh, that would be like the Cheechoo Thornton effect.
Dude, like he'd put like 60 goals and then everyone's like, oh my God, give me Jeff Skinner. I'll give you 2 firsts. And Chicago says, okay.
4 firsts.
And then they flip Skinner for like 4 firsts. That's like what you do in EA. You just sign some random dude to play with Austin Matthews and Mitch Marner. Like an 80 overall player, get the +5 going. He puts up like 80 points, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, here's 3 first-round picks for this random guy, 85 overall. Yes. Trade him away, rinse and repeat." Chicago could do that with Patrick Kane. Just keep pumping up people's value, trade them away again for assets. That's how you do your rebuild. Mm-hmm. But that's just my opinion. It's hard. It's way easier said than done. I don't have a system to know who gets a +5 in real life, so unfortunately, that'd be kind of funny. Anyway. Let's move on. I think people give him too much flack for a player who is missing a piece to his game. It was a joke at first, but I like the idea. Hey, I know. That's what I'm saying. I would flip Dadonov at the draft for a first. I wouldn't flip Dadonov at the draft just because his value isn't high right now. Honestly, I would flip Dadonov at the deadline. You get him, put Dadonov on the first line with Suzuki Caulfield. Could be a decent first line. Or maybe just do Anderson, Suzuki Caulfield again, Drouin, Dadonov, Dvorak. I don't know, something like that. Get Dadonov to like 40 points by the deadline, if possible. And then you easily flip him for a first. That would be my move. But that's just me. What else? Bit off topic, but what are some known good shoe stores in Canada? Planning to buy heaps of basketball shoes. Oh, I am not the person to ask for this. I bought my basketball shoes from Under Armour, so like from the website. Although, if you just order on Under Armour's website, if you're willing to buy the expensive ones, you can get some pretty nice. I think they have Currys, right? Currys with Under Armour.
Currys. Well, like so.
Because Nike didn't even bother to learn his name, so.
Sport Check, and like Foot Locker are always your go-tos. You'll find like if you're in the big city, if you're in the 6, what up the 6, rep the 6. Toronto Mountains. I think they do have Nike outlet stores in Toronto, so you'll definitely be able to find something. So things like Champs, Foot Locker, Sport Check. Sport Check's underrated, actually. Like I find some decent shoes there from time to time.
So there you go.
Yeah.
I hope that was helpful. I'm not a huge shoe guy, so I'm not super helpful for that. Spider from Naruto says, that was like an NHL 21. I had 85-point Janmark at 84 overall, traded him for Savoie, or at least a Savoie pick, so that's at least a top 10 pick. So imagine Matthias Janmark has one good season, and teams are like, oh my God, here's a top 10 pick for him. Like, oh man, EA, love you. Not really. Just kidding. I don't know. It's a love-hate relationship. So now I need like actual walk-in stores because I'm traveling in 2 weeks. Yeah, so Foot Locker is a good walk-in store. I get dirty looks for shoes I like until I look at expensive ones. They got to know something.
All right. So wait. While we're on the topic of shoes, Mike, what do you have a pair of shoes that you really like?
You know what? Actually, I do. Okay. So
all right, let's show them off.
Oh, they're upstairs, man. They'd have to go for a nice walk to get them. But maybe I can go get them in a second here, but so they're a little dirty right now because I was playing outside with my nephew in the dirt. So they're white shoes. So I guess the backstory for this is okay. So I've always been more practical with shoes and clothing. Okay, I've never really been the one to buy the nice clothes, the brand clothes. I always just wear whatever's comfortable, just for the ease. Okay, just efficiency, just economics, I guess. I don't know. So I'd always just buy the cheap clothes at like anywhere I could. Just always how I've been, and I still am like that. I don't buy expensive clothes, but now I actually try to style myself a bit better than I used to. Okay, so I was shopping with Liv. I got her something for her birthday, and I was like, you know what, Liv, let me get some new shoes for the summer. So we went to this store called Browns. So this is at the local mall, and it's called Browns. It was B2. It was the outlet 2 Browns. It was like the bonus Browns. I don't know what to call it, but B2. It was at the upstairs part of the mall instead of the downstairs one, which is the main store. Okay, that's the point. Mm-hmm. So I'm in there, and I end up buying these 2 pairs of shoes. One of them's a nicer pair of shoes, more like dress formal shoes that you'd wear to like a wedding, right? But the other ones I bought are more casual. So they're basically these white shoes, just plain white shoes. They're Uggs. I bought Uggs, and I actually love them. I feel like I'm walking on a cloud.
You're a big Uggs guy?
I never wore Uggs in my life. And then the lady at the store is like, here, try these shoes. I'm like, I don't know if they're my style. You know, they're kind of like, they're just plain white shoes. I just picture the typical fuckboy wearing that. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I put them on. I take a step. I'm like, holy shit, these are comfortable. So I'll go get them for you guys in a second here. But those shoes I am proud of. They're a little dirty. I got to take care of them a bit better than I have been. But I've been loving those shoes. So I've been trying on my style a little bit more, guys. I've been trying a little bit more. Obviously, today I'm wearing a polo, not because I'm trying to wear polo. I had an interview before this, so that's why I'm wearing a polo. But I'll get the shoes for you guys. Punch, while I'm gone, right, feel free to tell a story about a shoe you love or a pair of shoes you love.
I've got a couple here. So I'm lucky enough that I share the same room, but these ones are one of my favorites. So I've got, for those who don't know, I'm a big golfer. So in the summer, like right now, it's okay for golfing, but I'm busy right now with rugby. So they're actually golf shoes, but they look like Air Maxes. So like when I'm out there like golfing, I'd actually be down to do like a golf stream with like Mike and Berta. But yeah, if I'm like out golfing, it looks like I'm just wearing regular shoes, but I still get the grip. I've got a couple fun ones here. I've got these ones I've been trying to get for a while. Last year was the year of the Jordan 5. And one of my favorite shows of all time is like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, those are nice. It was
like, thanks, dude.
Mine are gonna look really ugly compared to yours.
And then my last ones are, because I am an Alberta native, I do own a pair of cowboy boots. I love these boots very much. Remind me of home. But yeah, like you're not a good Albertan without a pair of cowboy boots. And especially because it's so muddy right now. So muddy right in New Zealand right now. So like those actually do come in handy quite a bit.
So we got word that they're supposed to announce DeBoer $4 million, over $4 million for the next 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit. A few other chats in chat. Icon Brother says, Hockey Canada President Scott Smith says he believes the organization has dealt with 1 to 2 allegations of sexual assault per year over the span of the last 5 to 6 years. Ooh, that's not good for Hockey Canada. Spider from Naruto says, Supra baby. He was a skater boy. He said, see you later, boy.
See you later, boy.
Baby. So Spider from Naruto says he has Kaliev and Mercer playing with McKinnon. Mercer had 15 goals in a cup win. Do I search for more wingers or defense? Definitely defense. If you just want a cup, get some more defense in there. Points a game time decision for tonight. That's sketch, but honestly, they play better without points. So you know what? Maybe if points out, they'll win tonight. Spot from Naruto also says, "I love how we learned that what Caulfield's Habs nickname was from golfing with spitting chiclets. The cock." Not saying that. Just kidding. The cock. Air Snags, can I send my shoes that I'm getting at the moment in Discord? Of course you can. I could probably pull it up for you on stream. Can I? Yeah, so you can send those in Discord. Andrei Vasilevsky is 7-1 at Amalie Arena in the 2022 playoffs, while his 947 save percentage at home trails only Antti Ranta with a 958 in 8 games, and Jordan Binnington with a 949 in 3 games. Holy smokes! We'll see how it goes tonight, guys. These are the shoes. They're, like I said, they're a little dirty on the side, as you can see. My sister we were at my sister's for a barbecue. They don't look that nice right now because I have to clean them, and they're honestly.
Wait, are they Uggs?
They are.
Oh, I was imagining the boots.
No. These are straight up Ugg shoes, bro. They're so comfy on the inside. I can't even describe it.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend these shoes. Maybe don't get white because they're getting pretty worn in super fast. But I've been wearing them a lot. I wear them like every day. I love these shoes. I wear them to school. I wear them home. I wear them out. I wear them everywhere. Love these shoes. Mm-hmm. So yeah, my sister's been doing renos. They're putting in a new patio at their house. So
yeah.
Basically, their whole backyard was dug up, and my nephew wanted to play digging. He wanted to play digging with his little toy trucks in the backyard, and I have my white shoes on. So they're very dirty right now, but one nice day of rain should clean those for me. Or I'll just do it myself. I'm just being lazy. But anyway, those are my shoes that I love. Definitely going to buy another pair when those are dead. So I'm looking forward to that. I also have some basketball shoes. They're also white. Don't know what's with me in white shoes lately. Got to stop that because they keep getting ruined so fast. Those white basketball shoes are dead. So I might have to get some new ones. I guess that's it for the podcast, guys. I mean, we kind of covered everything we wanted to cover. Punch, you want to do a quick season simulation with a team or something? Just to end off the stream as part of the podcast? I don't know, something different. I know Air Snack says they're going to... Actually, maybe Air Snack's going to send their shoes. Don't want to miss that either.
What? Okay, so... Like... So for those who aren't, like, Canadian, there's a show called Letterkenny. And it's, like, very Canadian. It's very, very funny show. But there's also, like, these hockey players. And... right now, I've been trying to watch it, but there's no... They made a spin-off with one of the players. His name's Shorzy, and I just... it cracks me up. I'm going to send...
I don't see where he would have sent the shoes.
Can we react to a video on stream?
We could react to a video on stream. I'm not getting the shoes. I don't know where you sent them, Air Snags. Hey, thank you for linking in the Discord. I appreciate that, Iconic. Hagel can't even spell his name. Hagel with 2 first rounders somehow. Hey, welcome back to the Discord, Iconic. Happy to have you. Just a reminder, everyone, it's important to be respectful of each other in the Discord and just make sure it's okay to trash talk at times, but just make sure you don't make it too personal and make sure that by the end of it, we're all on good terms and, we're all friends here, guys. We're all friends here. I don't know where you said. I don't see it, Air Snags. I don't know why. They should be in general chat. I don't see them. Maybe it's still sending. I don't know. So we'll check back in a bit here. Ponch wants to react to a video on stream. So Ponch, do you want to play it on your end, and I'll just put it up for us here?
Yeah. I'm a really big local guy, so whenever I can plug projects that are Canadian, I love
awesome.
it.
I'm
a big supporter of.
They can't really see us anymore, but that's okay. Oh,
you guys hear it?
Not really. Can you turn it up a bit more?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I still don't hear it.
Oh. All right, I'll just send it in the chat.
Yeah, send it. I'll get it. I'll get it going.
But it absolutely cracks me up because just the way Kiso is so the way that everything's.
That's a new show coming out, right? Shorzy. It's coming out on. It's on Amazon Prime. I think.
It's on
Crave?
Crave.
Oh fuck! Why is it always on Crave, man? All the hockey stuff's on Crave. I need it. I need it on like Prime or like Netflix or something, dude. I don't need this. On Crave.
I had Prime. I wish it was.
I don't have Crave, guys. I'll have to find it for free or something. Just kidding. That's illegal. Don't do that.
Don't do that. Let's not do that. But like,
I'll have to find someone else. Oh, I'll have to just buy it, I guess, or maybe do a free trial. Ooh, free trial. If I just binge watch it, that could work.
Yeah. Well, there's also like 9 seasons of Letterkenny that you can watch too.
On Crave?
On yeah.
I tried Letterkenny at one point. It wasn't for me, to be honest with you.
You weren't a big Letterkenny guy?
No,
I liked it.
For some reason, it's not sending through Discord. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Sorry, Air Snags. If you want to send to me via DM on Discord, you can try that as well. Let me know if it goes through. Ponch, did you send the video?
Yeah, it's in our chat.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay.
But yeah, and now I'm a little guilty because I'll use these insults myself because some of them are just so good.
All right, so I'm gonna pull it up here for us. Just give me a second. Oh, they sent. Okay, Air Snags sent them. So Air Snags has the. Can you guys see this at all? I hope you can see this. Here, maybe I'll just show it this. Aces. I'll close this thing. Okay, there you go. You guys can kind of see it now. So it's got the Nike Air Force One, the low ankle. So those are sick. Yeah. Okay, those are nice.
Always a good pickup.
And then we got the Nike LeBron Witness 6. Those are nice too. I like the first one better, to be honest with you. Not a fan of that one. Air Force One mid. I still like the first one the best so far as a casual shoe to wear. This one's kind of nice too.
I like Air Force Ones. I just don't like the mids because they're a little clunky.
Okay, I like this shoe. If I had to buy a basketball shoe to wear to actually play basketball, I think those are nice. Though, yes,
never play in ones. Ones are not like they used to be good for basketball. Absolutely terrible, right? Because they're just made for everybody. So like you don't have any padding anymore. They've like stripped it down.
Oh damn!
Because nobody uses them for basketball anymore.
Right. Okay, let me try to get this on.
You could make them. You could add insoles and whatnot, but the only problem with ones is they're gonna hurt your feet because they just don't have the padding.
Facts. All right, there you go. That's up. Okay, so that works. Now I just gotta get us up here. Okay. I just gotta find a way to get us up here, Punch. So maybe if I go. Yeah, I have an idea. Okay, it's gonna be a window capture.
Ew. Look at our MVP go.
Who?
You're the MVP, man.
Why?
Working hard, trying to get this done.
Bro, I'm doing my best.
We can watch so we can watch a 2-minute video.
This is for a 2-minute video, guys. I'm doing my absolute best out here. Wait, I messed up. That's gonna go above this. Yes. Okay. And now, moment of truth. Please. Do it. Do it. I can't see it. Does it look good? Someone tell me chat. I can't see chat anymore. I need 3 screens.
Yeah, you're gonna have to move us in and then shrink us.
I'm gonna have to what?
Move us in, like move the window in. Our Discord window.
Move it in.
Yeah. I don't know what the best way to. I reckon that this will suffice for like 2 minutes. This will work for 2 minutes. Because if you go full screen,
my Discord's breaking when I go full screen.
Yeah,
we'll just do this for now. All right, this is fine. This is fine. There's only so much I can do, guys, on short notice. All right, let's do this. We're watching 2.5 minutes of Shorzy arguing with high school kids, essentially on the new show Shorzy. Planch is excited for it. I wanted to watch this too, but it's on Crave and I don't have Crave, so I think they have it at Liv's house. I might just watch it from Liv's house, honestly. I'll watch it with Liv. Anyway, we're going to react to this quick video. We'll break it down for y'all. We'll just kind of watch it and enjoy it, I guess.
Number 22 minutes roughing. For what? For being a fucking idiot, Corey. I'll call the guy who retaliates every time. Call him fucking both. I've had about enough from the Clearasil kid. Get in the box, you fucking pimple farmer.
There's so many extra, like, insults.
I can't wait to watch you play tonight, Liam. You're gonna play.
Is this how, like, most,
so hey,
like,
wants to hurt their team more,
because in rugby, I'm not allowed to argue it. Yeah.
It doesn't, okay, in my league, like, they wouldn't trash talk this much. You'd see the ref maybe say something. Like, if they know the person personally, they might say something as a joke, as a friendly joke. But, like, I've never had a ref say anything to me, ever. So,
yeah,
I don't know.
I'm only taking one of you. Sticks in.
Fucking awful tonight, Shorzy.
Yeah, keep working hard, Corey. You can be just like me.
Oh yeah.
The video's not playing, Mike. Okay, there we go.
High school hockey on a Friday night.
I remember laying in bed dreaming about the time your mom tongued my butthole so good I put her in my phone as roll up the rim to win.
How do you make that fucking call in a game this tight? It's a fucking 1-goal game.
Yeah, thanks, stewardess obvious. Cut the lip.
Fuck you, Shorzy.
One more Neutrogena tantrum out of you and you're getting the gate, bud. Try me.
Whatever.
Don't take your fucking Accutane rage out on me.
Horrible call.
Sit down, you fucking crater face.
Fuck you.
He's not even an actual ref. He's a linesman, bro.
So swampy,
Yeah.
even Ducks Unlimited will touch her. So your sweetie finally comes to a game and you barely play. Is that more awkward than puberty or is it pretty close?
Well, at least I'm not the guy driving all around Northern Ontario just to play the no-show to get pumped 6 goose.
5 goose. Can you even fucking read?
Heard you're taking aqua dubs to getting jerk-offs on the Saga Beach, too.
Getting jerk offs?
What?
Getting jerk offs?
Yeah.
It's called getting jerked off, you fucking idiot. I don't even know what that is, you fucking infant. Holy
This guy, yeah, the guy across from taking the face off has like a full beard.
faked a jellyfish stick
Yeah.
to get me to piss on her.
You didn't get the first one?
Oh, here comes Liam.
He punched you right in the head.
He punched me right in the head.
4th place in a 14 league, Shorzy. You're living the dream.
You fucking saw it, Shorzy.
Yeah, and you fucking retaliated.
I punched
Fourth
you
place in a
right in the head.
14-team league would live in the dream.
It's the first thing they teach you in hockey. You were so fucking simple.
That's a terrible call.
Yeah, that's why you're in your 6th year of high school, you fucking idiot.
Fuck you, Shorzy.
Hey, Corey, you sound just like Liam. You're fucking out of here,
Fuck
Corey.
you.
Get the fuck off the ice.
Fuck you.
I can't wait for you graduate like 10 years to come play for us. I'll make the man out of you, fucking pizza face.
You don't even have a team.
Yeah, only the one with the builders and the rafters, you fucking
You're
bitch.
folding, you dumb fuck.
We're folding.
Yeah, your mom's folding too.
Huh? Corey, who told you we're folding?
Dude, that looks pretty solid. Excusez-moi. Oh my god, dude, I had a sneeze and a half there. I felt like I died. Oh my god, dude, I feel like I just died. Like, I look so red right now. I got a little bit sunburnt yesterday, not gonna lie to you. But, yo, what just happened? Why is this thing broken?
Yeah.
There we go. Dude, that sneeze just took my whole energy. I'm done.
You got hit with a dad sneeze right there.
Yeah, that was
Like
painful.
a proper dad sneeze.
That hurt a little bit. I've a bit of throat ache too, actually, coming on. So, oh god, I have an exam tomorrow. I don't want to be sick for it. But anyway, that's okay. Spar from Naruto says, a Hawks brother. I agree. The fact that Radish scored a goal makes it even better. EA Logic. Matthews and McDavid swept with 0 goals in all 4 games. Not even in real life logic, because Matthews and McDavid fucking put their team on their backs and still lost. Spider-Man from Naruto, the most I think Radish turns into is a top 9 forward. Fair, maybe fringe top 6. What else is there? Just to read off before we end the stream today? Honestly, at this point, a top 9er is a godsend. I love Kubi, but gotta admit, out of the wingers, he is probably the only one of note. It's kind of rough getting a top 9er, but it's not that bad when Kubalik is realistically the only one noteworthy. 2 minutes for being an idiot, most realistic playoff joke of all time, and we need to trade Kubalik. Thought he is real good. So we have 2 Chicago fans debating Chicago's future here. Taylor Radish is probably not going to be a top 6 player for you in the future, but maybe in the present, you could turn him into one and flip him. Could be an option. Good luck on your exam. Thank you, Eric Stanks. I appreciate that. It's tomorrow.
Like,
We'll see how we do.
you gotta embrace the tank right now, especially in Chicago.
Facts.
You're not. Well, it's gonna be a lot easier because JT is off his $10 million a year contract this year.
Yeah.
So you'll have space,
dude. If I'm him, I trade Taves at the deadline.
Really?
Yeah, I trade Taves at the deadline. I think teams want him, or will want him, because he's a proven leader, according to most teams and according to most people. I don't think he's much of a leader anymore. I used to, not anymore. I wouldn't want him on my team anymore. But there's going to be a ton of GMs out there that see Jonathan Taves available, 1 year left on his contract, retain half salary for me, Chicago, and you got yourself a deal. Nobody wants him because of his salary. Exactly. So if you retain half salary on him, and he's available at the deadline, mark my words, there's going to be a team that finds a way to get him. Whether it's Chicago retains half salary and a third-party team retains the other half salary, so 25% of the salary, and then the acquiring team only actually has to eat up 25% of Taves' salary. Very realistic trade deadline deal, especially if they give up like a cap dump in return. Like say, for example, the Flames. Let's say the Flames traded for him with Chicago, and they said, okay, Montreal, you're going to retain 25% for us, or well, 50%, but that 50% is actually 25% of the contract. If that makes sense, because it's 50% of the remaining 50%, so 25% of the contract. So Montreal will retain that, maybe get like a 3rd round pick, 4th round pick, who knows. And then that way Calgary can maybe trade away Lucic or someone else who has a mid cap it, maybe Zadorov in that deal. And then boom, you have Taves at like what? He gets paid 10.5. Let's just round down to 10. He gets paid like 2.7-ish million dollars. That's your cap hit. 2.7 million cap hit. Trust me, guys, if they wanted to trade Taves and if a team wanted Taves, they'd find a way to do it. And I think they will at the deadline. That'd be my move. I wouldn't keep him. I wouldn't want to keep him, especially.
I think,
what I heard of the way he handled his teammate and what happened to his teammate, I lost so much respect for him. So much. And it was devastating. I have a Taves jersey. I have a Team Canada Taves jersey. I don't want to wear it anymore. So I loved the jersey. I still love the jersey. But with the name on the back, I almost want to friggin' stitch it off because of the way he handled everything. So that's where I'm at on Taves for me. But I think a ton of old school GMs out there would be like, Jonathan Taves, he's a good old Canadian boy, good leader in the locker room, former captain, Stanley Cup champion. They'd trade for him in an instant, guys. They'd trade for him in an instant. Bunch, anything you want to add to that? On that random rant?
Yeah, I think just we could see Taves moved, but I think if Taves moves, Kane moves, because then that would mean Chicago is kind of putting a shape. Yeah, Chicago's committing to the rebuild.
You're pushing the limits with that, lazy. What, pushing the limits of my hatred for Taves, or I don't want to say hatred, more like dislike, or am I pushing the limits with the trade? It's something about the trade, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. So, well, if Chicago fully rebuilds, like Kane's gone, get Kane somewhere where he can win another ring. Although he's got 3 already, so like I don't think he's too fussed. He's kind of just in it for the Bauer money.
Yes,
the Kane curves, the Bauer super fast feet, whatever makes us fast. Anyways.
I think Kane can go anywhere he wants. I think if Chicago made it known that Kane was available, I think teams would be calling with the cupboards open, the trucks ready to drop a load of money at the doorstep of Kyle Davidson.
Yeah,
I think if Kyle Davidson was like, yeah, you know what, we'll trade Kane at the deadline to a contender, dude. Yeah. Whatever you ask, double it. Like you can get anything you want. If a team found a way to get Kane on 25% salary, because if Chicago retained half, and I think I would be willing to do that if I'm Chicago. If Chicago retained half, dude, you're set.
Win.
you're set. And if you're a contending team and you get Kane on that contract for that remainder of the season, dude, you just trade whatever you have to trade to get that to happen. I don't care who you give up. I don't care which prospect. I don't care how good you think that prospect will be. That prospect will never become Patrick Kane. So that's just my opinion. Anyway, lads, that's going to do it for today's podcast. I appreciate everyone for stopping by. Feel free to check out Ponch_YYC on Twitch. I haven't seen you streaming super often lately, Ponchy, but the community always supports you. So whenever you do decide to go live, we'll all know where you're at. We'll all know which channel you're on, and we'll be there to support you. Also check out Berdaman, BERDAMAN. I don't know why I said it like that, on Twitch. I used to think it was Berdaman, like literally bird, like the word bird, but it's not.
No.
I don't know why. Punch, please shout yourself out as well. And you can check me out. Some of these guys are not on Twitch as well. I usually host a podcast from here. I also stream some Warzone. I've been streaming a lot of Warzone lately, as you may have noticed.